Farm Manager, Plowing. We're going to talk about plowing in the video game Farm Manager. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to go to your dealership and you're going to buy a tractor and you're going to buy a plow. And over here, you click on the word plowing, you can see all the plows that you can buy. And you want to go buy the horsepower. So you're probably going to want to start with the cheapest one. It says 5 horsepower. And then you go to your tractors, and the first tractor is 5 horsepower. So, and it says here that the tractor only works with 4 implements. So get your tractor, get your plow. I've already got mine. And then you're going to see anything that's checked green is ready to be plowed, but you can also change some of the check marks. And you see over here, it says 2 out of 6, and over here it says 3 out of 6. So with the top farm, which is cheap books, that means I've got 6 tractors available and 2 fields that need to be plowed. And with Woven Wind Pasture, I've got 3 tractors available and 3 fields that are ready to be plowed. You're not going to use the option to select fields. You're going to use the all option. You're going to want to use fertilizing. There's no reason to turn it off. I'm only turning it off so that we can focus on the plowing. So the first thing that I do, you want to put down whatever brings in the most money. And that's going to be the type of seed, and it's going to be the size of the field and what the field is good at growing. So over here, I'm going to go to details, and it tells me that corn is 90% for suitability and carrot is 78%. You're going to want to plant either the corn, the carrot, the canola, the beetroot, the rye, the barley, one of the top ones. And you can't do always corn because your silo will get filled up. And the way you plow is by hitting this button, and it will show you the plows that are available. And I'm going to pick, I can only pick one because I have a lot of fields. I'm going to pick the one that does 55 hectares per hour, because you see how it says it's going to take an hour 22. If I take this one, it's going to take 3 hours 9 minutes. So you want the one that's faster with the bigger field. You don't have to do it that way. Or I could pick all 3 and it will do it in 44 minutes. But I'm going to choose the big plow. There is a strategy for putting the big plow on smaller fields. I'll explain that some other time. So then it shows you that it's going to be completed in 1 hour, 22 minutes, 39 seconds, and there's a progress bar. It shows you it's 120 hectares, and you can go to the field, and you can view the field, and you can see the tractor is actually moving across the top. If there's more than one tractor, you'll see more than one tractor. So then you hit the back arrow button. Unfortunately, it doesn't go back to plowing, it goes to seeding. So I'm going to click manually on plowing. I'm going to click this. So now you've got another field. I'm going to pick this one. I'm going to look at the details. Again, it's got carrot, canola, beetroot, rye, and corn. Those are the seeds I'm going to pick from. I've never seen higher than like 78 or 79%, other than the 90%. I've never seen anything in the 80% range. You have to diversify because of your silo space. So you're going to want to pick carrot or canola, or you see the 74s all going down. Canola, beetroot, and rye are all equal. You're going to want to pick someone in the higher group. So I'm going to click plow. We've got 2 identical plows here. They both do 24 hectares. However, this one has a much powerful engine. You remember the other one was like 55? This one can do a plow that does 55. So I'm not going to pick it. I'm going to pick the smaller one, and I'm going to do start plowing. So over here I've got a full barn. No, wait, it's not over here. It's in the other barn. And I'm going to click over here, and I'm going to click plowing. You'll see that I've got the 90 PHP mod. It's got the 24 hectare plow. This one, this tractor is the same as the one on the left, and the one on the left does 55. So I'm going to buy the 55. You go to the dealership, you click on implements, you click on plowing, you go down to the one that does 55. The 58 requires too much horsepower. The 55 I could do. And the good thing is it's going to come in immediately. Okay, so that is now in my barn. I'm going to go back to plowing. I'm going to pick one of the larger ones. I'm going to hit the plow button. It's going to take 3 hours. And you see add or change. I'm going to click the 55, and I'm going to switch it with the 24. And it goes down to 1 hour 17. If I put it back, it's 2:58. It's almost 3 hours. So this is a lot faster. It's almost 3 times faster. And I'm going to do start plowing. And then I'm going to go into the barn. I'm going to click on woven wind, click on implements. Over here, there's no option to click plowing, but you see that the 4-bottom moldboard plow with 24 hectares per hour, this one, I don't need it anymore. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to sell it. And I paid 65,000. I'm going to sell it for 52. So I get most of my money back. You see over here it says cultivate 2 fields. You can click this button and it will do everything. However, it will only do, as far as I know, it will only do 1 plow per field. So we're going to click on this over here. We're going to look at the details. It's got corn, canola, beetroot, barley, carrot, pea, flax, etc. I'm going to click on plow. I've got 6 plows for 2 pieces of farmland. And I've got an extra plow. I'm going to pick 3 of the plows. And then I'm going to hit start plowing. So if I pick one, the total duration is 1:44. But if I pick 3, it goes down to 34. So I'm going to do 3 plows. And if we go to the field, you're going to see that 3 plows are working on the field. You see them at the top of the screen. And this is the seating, so I have to click on the upper left to go to plowing. And now it says I have 1 out of 3, and it's going to take 1 hour, 15 minutes. Going to check this really quick. Just so you know, we never check this, but I'm just doing it to show you for the instructional video. So over here it says plow. It says 25 minutes with 3 times. I've got an extra plow. The empty tractors are at the end. You see that there's an empty tractor over here? I could put the plow into that tractor if I wanted to. But you really don't want it for plowing. You really want it for seeding. You see that seeding, it says 25 hectares per hour. and fertilizing is 75, which is triple, and the plow is 51. Seeding takes a lot longer, so you're going to want to put, you want to have more tractors that are seeding. I'm going to pick 3 tractors, and it's going to bring it down to 25 minutes. Over here it says 115. This is going to bring it down to 25. Notice that the one in the middle is 55 hectares. The one on the right is 52, but it's the same tractor. So I can sell the one for 52 and buy one that's 55 and put it on the tractor. I'm going to start plowing. And over here you see that the 3 tractors are moving across the field. Over here we've got details. The seeding we don't have to worry about yet. And this is the history. This is what I planted previously. So it's just plowing. All it's doing is preparing the land. It's not doing anything else. And now you see over here for woven wind pasture, it says no plowing units, and I've got 3 fields. So what you do is you go and it says 0 times plow, and you click on plow. And you see that I've got all these tractors, but I've got 2 that don't have anything, right? And it says add or change implements. I'm going to buy something. I'm going to buy an implement, and I'm going to look for something around the one that does 55, which is right here, the 14 shank chisel plow. And the reason why is because you see how it says tractors capable and it says 20. And this one over here, it says tractors capable and it says 0. And this one says tractors capable, it says 25. I could go with the smaller plow and it's going to run on more tractors, 5 additional tractors. But it doesn't matter because eventually I'm going to sell those tractors. I am going to buy the 14 shank chisel plow. And now it's right here. I'm going to scroll out to here. I'm going to put it on that tractor. The tractor is now highlighted in green, which means it is now assigned to the field when I hit start plowing. And it's going to take 1 hour, 17 minutes. And now it's plowing. Over here, there's no more plowing. I could actually do another plow. I'm going to check my barn, and you see units in barn, it says 33 out of 40. You're only going to buy plowing, fertilizing, and seeding, and then the harvesters. So for plowing, I've got 1, 2, I've only got 4 plows. It's not a lot. I think I can buy another plow. The other farm has maybe 8 plows. So I'm going to go over here, hit plowing, look for the same one, which is the 55 HA. And then I am going to go to an empty tractor. Unfortunately, they put it over here at the end. And then hit start plowing. I don't have any more plows left. However, if I really wanted to, I could go over here, I could hit plow, I could go over here, I could buy a plow, and I could swap it with one of the other tractors, and I'd be able to start plowing. But the other tractors I need for fertilizing and for seeding, and as you're going to see, they're going to disappear. So we're going to bring back the fertilizing. Fertilizing, usually what you just got to do is hit the cultivate button at the bottom, because you see that It says 5 out of 5. I don't have any extra. And over here it says 2 out of 2. But I'm going to do it individually. I'm going to hit the 150 first because it's a big farm. And we're going to do fertilizing. The 80 looks like it's pretty big. And I'm going to do the start fertilizing. You can do a small one, hit fertilize, and give it one of the faster tractors, and it will be done quicker so that it can fertilize another farm. Now, what you're going to notice with the Field Nova X500 is that one of them does 80 hectares and the other one does 75. That's because that fertilizer is a bit smaller. I can upgrade it and put the 80 HA if I want to, or put a 79. So I'm going to do the 75. You have to go back and click the right button for fertilizer. I'm going to hit the 135. I'm going to hit fertilize. Obviously, the larger fields can make more money. Now you see I've only got 3 for fertilizing. And you see that there's one that's available. I'm just going to randomly pick this one. I'm going to pick another one, hit fertilize. I'm going to pick this one here, start fertilizing. I'm going to go to the barn and hit tractors and then hit plowing. So you see they're all busy. This has got to be the wrong barn. Oh. You see over here, there's one that's empty. Why are they all working? Oh, did I hit plowing? I meant fertilizing. Okay, so you see that there's one that I did not use yet, and it's got 75 hectare. And you've got the identical tractor on the right with an 80 hectare plow. I'm going to take this, and I remove the implement. That's a plow. This is the fertilizer. We're going to get rid of the 75 fertilizer. And then I'm going to go to the barn, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to click on implements. And you see air boom spreader, 75 hectares, that I bought at 44,000. That's pretty cheap. I'm going to sell it for 35. And now I'm going to click back button. You have to click on the upper left icon, and I'm going to fertilize this field. I am going to click fertilize. Now there's an extra tractor that doesn't have, now there's 2 that don't have any implements. So I'm going to buy fertilizing, and I'm going to look for the one that is 80, which is right here. These are not compatible with my tractors. Over here you've got 80, which is the highest. These are all smaller. I already know I can support the 80, and the price is good. And it's compatible with most of my tractors. So I'm going to buy it. Now it's over here. I'm going to click this way to go to one of my empty ones. I'm going to click on it. It shows that both of them are able to use this plow. I don't know which plow is better, but I'm pretty sure the 90p HP mod is the better one. So I'm going to put it on the Field Nova, because this should be a weaker plow. It says total duration 5139. There's no more fertilizing available. So I'm going to go over here. I could just click cultivate. I'm going to hit the 122. I'm going to click fertilize. You can skip fertilizing. You got the 20 and the 50. I'm going to click on this one. And you see it's insufficient. Check to see if I've got a tractor. There's no tractor that I can use it with. But it does work on the 90 HP mod that says seeding and that one that says seeding. So that one's kind of high. These are very old tractors. So you got a 20 and a 50, and this is a 50. I'm going to swap it with the 20. The old tractor supports the 50. I don't need the 20 anymore. I'm going to get rid of the 20. And I'm going to take one tractor and I'm going to start fertilizing. I'm going to go into the barn. I'm going to go to the units in the barn. I'm going to hit the implements. The pendulum spreader is low hectares per hour. So I'm going to sell it because I can get something better. And then I'm going to click the back button. You have to go to the upper left icon. And then fertilizing, I think I'm just going to pick the bigger one. It does matter, but it doesn't matter that much. You should understand the game first before you worry. So again, I want to use the seeding tractor. I'm going to use the fertilizing at 50. And I'm going to click on the tractors. These are all busy. In about an hour, we'll be able to fertilize them. So that is basically how plowing is done. When you click over here where it shows the timer, you can see that they say plowing and plowing and plowing. Unfortunately, it's kind of in a random order. It would be nice if they sorted them either by time or by what they were doing. Like they should have all the plowing and then all the fertilizing and all the harvesting, or all the seeding, and the harvesting should be last. Okay, so that is all about plowing. I'm going to go to the dealership. I'm going to click on the implements, and I'm going to click on plows, and I'm just going to go through real quick. If you don't know what to do, you see how it says HP required 5 horsepower? You want to start with a 5 horsepower plow. If you don't know what to do, just get the first plow. Okay? And you see where it says 33 compatible tractors owned? You want that number to be pretty high. If you go to the one with the 32 down to the 16, that means that half of my tractors can use the bottom plow and most of my tractors can use the top plow. And then eventually it's going to go down to 0. So over here is where it gets down to 0. And it looks like 55 is where I'm going to top off the best plow. This is a mid-range plow, and these plows, you got to have a lot of money. You got to buy $5 million tractors before you can use these plows, so don't worry about them yet. Just start with the small plows, sell them when you want to, and it looks like there's a discount that I researched, which is over here. Maybe it's going to be under global. And it says implements, and it has a discount on the cost. It's kind of expensive, $632,000, just to get a 0.5% discount. So that's Farm Manager Plowing. If you have any questions or comments, go to my forum at cheapbooks.cc or check my Facebook page. And don't forget to go to cheapbooks.com to save money on books and textbooks.